Hello everyone, Will again here. We are finally back into some decent weather. So for the whole of August it has just been a bit funny. It has been overcast, about 17-18 degrees, not really haymaking weather. As you may have guessed, that's why we've been doing Sony sheet videos. But today the rake is on, the sun is out, and we are actually haymaking again in September. So it's getting later on. This is the second last lot of hay we'll be making for the year, I think. Dad's actually cut some more because it's meant to be like high 20 degrees next week, so that's ideal. But today I'm on the rake because Grandad is away, and that is a plan for the day. So I hope you enjoy it, guys. If you do, please give the video a massive like. You want to see more stuff like this, just smash that subscribe button, and don't forget, videos every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30 in the morning. Cheers, guys. Right, first job first, we best get this girl all fueled up because I know she's fairly low on fuel. So that's the first plan. We'll get the fuel on, then we are off raking. The first field we're off to, we're actually moving some swaths that have already been raked because we just needed some sun to come out, because making hay in 16 degrees just doesn't work. So it got raked, the weather wasn't with us, so today I'm going to move it across. It's getting baled into some big square bales, and some of the other stuff we're doing is going to squares and big rounds. So that's the plan. Let's get her fueled up. Right, so that's it fueling up. We are popping 100 litres into this today. We're not quite filling her up. We've got a slight problem with this tractor at the moment, so there's a fuel filter problem or something. So if you go flat out on the road, it just cuts out, which isn't ideal, so you have to like drive at 85%. Yeah, as you can see up there, the numbers are ticking up, so we're looking to get to about, goes round to 50 litres on there, and that'll be what I want. So it's at 950, should get to 1050, but it rolls over, as you can see. That'll go to 50. Then she's all filled and we are ready to go. So just go wait for this, and then we'll be on the road. Tight. Right, so that is us on the way. As I said before, we can't go flat out. I've had to stick to like 22 mile an hour rather than going a full 25.7, just because there's a problem with the fuel filter. Well, we're not too sure. It may be the fuel filter or the fuel line, something like that. It needs sorting, but for today it'll be alright because it's fine in the field. Just on the roads it's a bit of a pain because you have to go a bit slower, but it's one of them. Need to get the work done. Plenty going on at the moment. The tubs are going in just over a week, so that is exciting. There's a lorry in the yard just because that needs loading. I think there's about 150 bales off to Newmarket, so one day I'll have to do a video on that, just loading up one of those huge Arctics full of haylage, because it's quite cool when they see a whole like 150 bales on a load. It's quite some load, to be fair. What else is going on? I am off to Westmoreland show with work next week, so yeah, I'm away on Wednesday, but I'm assuming back on Wednesday night, so nothing too big. But yeah, we're just flat out now. The weather's gone good. The weather's not been awful, but we just have had no heat for like August. It's been a funny one. August is not a month where it's hot. This year it's just been like, what, 16 to 19, 20 degrees. We haven't had any of those baking hot 28, 30 degrees days, but it seems to have kept it back to September, as next week is going to be a scorcher apparently. So we're going to finish off the hay this week, get it all done, and then that is some pressure off. We've done a lot of the straw now. We've been carting that the last couple of days. I haven't videoed that just because we we've been at sales and stuff, so it's been a bit iffy videos because I've been there away, and they're like, it'd be a bit patchy. But yeah, the straw's basically all done, so that is good. We are cracking on into September. We don't often get a lot much more than the next couple of weeks where it starts to calm down. We just need to get it all in now while the weather's good. Thankfully, we've hit a patch of heat, because if we didn't get this, I don't know what to do. I was chatting to some of the lads at the clean cell, actually, Dugdales, and they were like, "You still on the hay?" I was like, "Oh yeah," because a lot of people there, they cleaned it up months ago, but as we've got 500 acres to go at, you can't just get it done in a week. So it's one of them. It takes its time, but in the end, it always gets done. Or we find a way for it to get done. It's one of them. Right, I'll see you in the field, guys, and we'll get on with moving some grass. Right, so we are into raking now. So in this field, as I said before, on the way here, what I'm doing is just moving the rows across. So the reason I'm doing this is because it wasn't basically hot enough to bale hay. So what you want for hay is some really nice sunshine on it, because it just bales nice. But most of all, we had a little bit of drizzle when we wanted to bale this, so we couldn't quite get it baled. But basically we are moving these across because any moisture that might have got into the swath from the rain, we want to get it out. So by just shifting it across, any moisture that was underneath, it evaporates, and it makes for better hay at a lower moisture level. So that's what we're doing. I'll just grab the camera off there now to show you exactly what I'm doing. So if we look behind here, you'll see that the rake is doing that. And the reason we have actually got one of the rotors up in the air, that is because obviously they are very close together, so we don't want to be pulling two rows into one, because the width now it catch the other row. So that's why there's just one rotor on the floor. I'll speak to you again once we get on to the next row, because I need to turn around here. So yes, I'm back, and what I was going to show you, these are all of the swaths ahead of us and to the left that haven't been re-rowed up. Those are the first couple that I've done. As you can see, they're a bit narrower, so they're moving it across. And I'm not sure if you can see, but normally under a swath, if it's been left a couple of days, it greens up quite a lot, just because it's a bit damper and the grass grows a bit better. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm just driving down the edge of the swath and pulling it across, just like a couple of foot, and that's it behind me. So that is what I'm doing in this field. When I'm heading up to do the other lot, they have been re-rowed up, so they don't need re-rowing up, so it's basically just some normal raking. But this is what I'm doing in this first field. I'll crack on with this, and I'll probably see you guys later in this field or when we get to the next place. So I will see you in a bit, guys. I hope you found that interesting, why I'm actually doing that. So yeah. Right, so we have just arrived at the second plot of land. There's 3 fields here, they're 3 reasonably sized fields. We aren't rowing these up, like I said before, we're doing these ones from fresh. There are some fair crops on here, to be fair. Plenty dry enough for hay. We'll have a jump out and have a look at that, just to make sure before we get going. But looking at this, it looks very dry, and the crop looks decent size, like I said before. This is some of that land in the winter when we were first spraying, so spring, not winter, which we actually have started to farm this year. So this is quite interesting. It's actually, this field we're driving through now is the one where I dropped that fert back. So yeah, it's interesting to see how we get on, because it's the first crop we've had off it. The field we were in before, that was second cut. This is first cut, so it should be a very good crop. But yeah, we'll see how we get on, and it's nice to be raking some fields that I haven't ever been in before. So yeah, we'll crack on, and I will fire the drone up. Right guys, so we are on to the third field now. It's getting on in the afternoon, but it's about 3:30, 4 o'clock. We've been going about 6 hours now. Raking does take a while because obviously you got to cover the whole field and you can't go at a fast pace. But it's such a nice place here. Obviously it's the first year we've found this. It's just a really nice area. All the woodlands, the field down the road too, which we already have baled, the one where it's quite hilly if you've watched the fertiliser video. Really good. I'll just get this down, carry on talking, but this hay is really nice. Once it's been raked up into rows, it's looking a lot greener. On top it has lost its colour just a little bit, but underneath it's nice green. This should make some really nice hay. The only bit we've had a little bit of a problem with was in that first field I raked under the hedge. It did get a bit damp, but it needed moving, so hopefully it's dried off now that the sun's been on it. Not ideal, but it's one of them, and everyone knows with grass, the headlands is always wetter, just because it's the outside of the field. With the hedges, it doesn't get as much sun on it. It's one of them, but we will carry on going, guys. Anything more I think to tell you, I will do, but for now I will go again and I'll see you in a little bit. So we've just moved on to the third place we're raking today. So this is actually a sick field. There is a tiny little one I did first, but it's so awkward I couldn't really talk whilst we're it. This is actually a little bumpy too. So this isn't our land, it's land we rent again. It's actually the farm along from that big patch of grass we've just done. It's looking like a hell of a crop of mice. This field every year, we hardly do much to it, but it crops like so well. No idea why, it just does. But yeah, going fairly well. Another couple of things coming up in the next week or so on the farm. So the tubs are going to go in just over a week. So we've got to get all the ewes. I've got to dag all the ewes, pick out the tupping groups, choose the tubs that they're going to go in with which ewes. So that'll probably actually be the next video after this one. Then after that, the tubs are going in. I cannot believe how quick it's gone by. Like, it feels like we were lambing just yesterday. This year has literally flown. I know, like with COVID, not a lot's gone on, so it's one of them. But yeah, back to farming. We've got one more place to go to after this, and I'm done for the day. It's just ticked over 5 o'clock, so hopefully it's going to be done for 6, half 6. It's fairly steady down the rate, but it's got to be done. So we will see you in the next place, guys. So we are on to the final field of the day. It's a little bit different actually because we are doing it for a farmer in the village. So what I'm doing currently is rowing up silage for someone that I assume is going to chop it, or it's going to be baled into silage. So the difference here, this has just been mown and I'm basically putting rows into less rows. So I don't know if you can see behind me currently, but I'll swap the camera around in a minute. There's loads of lines from where the mower's been mowing, obviously. And what we are doing is putting them into one. So here, if I take the camera off, as you can see, these are lines that the mower has left. So these are cutting what has been cut. Then what I'm doing is put them into bigger rows. So the reason we actually do this, guys, is to make it a quicker job when they're chopping. And this will be second or third cut, so it's a lot less grass on the floor. So what we're doing is basically putting it into bigger rows to make it easy for the machines to pick up, because if there's not a lot of grass on the ground, the pickup reels actually struggle more to pick the crop up. So it helps that way, and it speeds everyone else's job up. As well as this, it's kind of like tedding, it helps dry it out a little bit, but it's not really for that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing for this final field. Right guys, so I really hope you enjoyed it today and you found that interesting about rowing up for the silage differently from the hay and the haylage. So we've done a few different jobs today with the rake, doing it for a few different things. Excuse the button, this tractor keeps driving me mad. But end of the day, it's been a good day and I really hope you enjoyed it today, guys. If you did, please give the video a massive like, you want to see more stuff just like this video, please subscribe, because I really appreciate all those people that subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.